Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of All the Mods 10. Today we have an empty spot on this wall and we need to craft this final item. It's actually kind of misleading because the last thing we need is the Galgadorian drill for the Oblivion Shard, but this is so easy that we're just going to take care of it right now because this recipe is just another recipe. So this one here is just another recipe, which is just another recipe. Yeah, so it's just going to be us making recipes to make other recipes. I'll save you all the hassle of having to watch me do this, but it is literally just me going through and making recipes. Can we craft a Galgadorian drill? It says we can. And we can. We actually need two of them, I think. I just made sure that our Mace of Destruction has everything it needs. And here is our Oblivion Shard. That should be a quest. Please be a quest. No, what did I not hold? I didn't hold the Galgadorian drills. Alright, here we go. There is the quest for the Oblivion Shard. And we'll put that up on the wall too. That looks pretty cool. The only quest here that I still need to do that I cannot get to is this improbable probability device. And I think it's because of this. I wonder if I can just get to it real quick. Yeah, that is not quick. We will leave it at that. Everything at least has a check mark except for the Patrick Star, which is, coincidentally, one of the two next things we have to do in this episode. I want to do a quick sanity check. I cannot click on the checkbox. I had to adjust my screen. A quick check to see what do we still need in order to craft the star. I already had a recipe for it. Okay, that's not bad. Awakened unobtainium vibranium alloy. How do you do that? Oh, I see now why I'm not seeing it. I used the wrong recipe. I need a Runic Star Altar, which I already knew. I already knew that I needed this. I am not worried. Alright, so I guess that really kind of leads us into exactly where we need to go. These are the items that we need to craft the Runic Star Altar. We need a loot bag from Eternal Starlight. I can go get that pretty quickly. Enderium gear, machine casing, quantum injector, Z-Logic controller. These items, I'm pretty sure, are fairly easy to get. We just need to do it. Enderium, we have a seed for, so that's not a big deal. This one's gonna be kind of hard. Modular casing. Actually, let's do this real quick. Machine casing. Oh, this is gonna be kind of super complicated. Let's start here. I hate that it's always nighttime when I come over here. In our newly created forge from last episode, we need that artisan relic. This looks kind of funny since we can't see whatever items on here. Here's 24 modularium. And another 24 modularium. I don't know how much of this I need. To make the plates, I could either build a metal press or I can use a compressor. I do kind of just want to get into this mod. Modern industrialization is a bit of a pain, but I think we can do it. Yeah, let me make a couple patterns. Wait, how do you make a fluid pipe if you need a bending machine to make that, or a compressor, and to make either of them you need fluid pipes? What? Wait, is it just this? Oh, it is just this. You use the forge hammer. I was freaking out. I also need copper bolts. Okay. Considering this hammer can break, here's a Eternal Stella, so Eternal Netherite hammer. We'll put our hammer in here. Give ourselves... Why is this not working? Oh, it doesn't like my hammer. Okay. Never mind, I guess I shouldn't have made it Eternal. That's garbage then. Can I just use this hammer for this? No. Okay. Alright. To make the compressor, it looks like we have everything. We have like 10 hammers. We just kind of need them. Okay, compressor. This time for real. Here's a bronze compressor. Don't really care where this goes. Temporarily. Throw it over here. Oh, I need steam. Fluid IO, left click or insert. Interesting. We have a near endless supply of steam over here. Can we use this? Yeah, so this way we can have steam in our system. Oh, is this the wrong... This says it wants steam, but I have liquid steam. Okay, this is actually very unfortunate. It doesn't seem like steam from mechanism works for this. Man, and I thought that was going so well too. Here's a bronze boiler. Oh, I don't know why I made this when I could have just gone straight for the steel. Here's a few steel boilers. Maybe this time I'll be able to actually use a interface correctly. Here's water. Here's some blocks of coal. Really hoping that this connects to pipes. It does. And also that it connects to transporter. It does that as well. And this should now give us steam. And we're making steam. Doesn't seem very quick, but it'll have to do. This needs to be output. This needs to be output. This needs to be output. Alright, there we go. We now have steam here, finally. What did we even need this for? Oh, for this item. So an interface did work here. Steel boiler interface has the 2 items we need, and then we can just pipe those into the boiler, which is great. Surprisingly, I think we have everything we need for a steel upgrade as well. Yeah. And then just combining these two gives us a steel compressor instead. Hopefully it's faster. So now if I ask for, I don't know, 8 Modularium plates, this is working. How do you auto eject though? We need a transporter. It's fine. Now we're getting them. Alright, perfect. That's 1 item to go, and I still have 4 more. The Sentient Ender requires an Ender Resonator, which requires a Slice and Splice. We can use this one here. It actually looks pretty good. Yeah, we'll use this one, actually. This has been just a bunch of recipes. Here's our Slice and Splice. Throw it down here. Make sure it gets power from the back. Ender Resonator is these items. So this needs some sort of axe and some sort of shear. We'll go with an Oblivion axe. So if we request this, it does grab this. Does this go down? Our shears do lose durability. We have Eternal Stellas on autocraft now. I don't worry too much about it now. Eternal shears. Here's another one. And our shears do not take damage. Next thing this thing needs is a filled witch vial. Here's our spawner. We do need to activate it. Has a bunch of upgrades, but here's a bunch of witches. Did forget to mention this before. We do need a few Z logic controllers. I think we need like 3 of them. So there's our first Z logic controller. The reason I need this is for the soul binder, and then I think I need it for some other item that we're gonna need later this episode. Here's a soul binder. This does need a capacitor. We also need some experience, so we're going to grab experience from the left. I'm doing this outside because I'm pretty sure that we don't need to do this a lot, at least. So there we go. Now we're getting XP. Here's our Ender Resonator, and here's our witch vial. And now we have a Sentient Ender. It's kind of an annoying recipe because the Sentient Ender, maybe I'll just make a whole bunch and hope that we can make it. Either way, that's a lot of effort just to get a little bit of machine casing. Going so out of order. Let's go find a Lunar Monstrocity again. That was a bit of an adventure. We now have 2 loot bags, one of them from the Lunar Monstrocity, which I think is specifically what we need. So here are a few quantum cores. These are just runes. Here's the quantum injector. While that accomplishes most of the items here, I kind of didn't mention it before, but we also need these 2 other ones. We need a Divine Pact, and then we need a Maledictus Pact. Treasure Bastions, and Village and Pyramid in the other. Okay, we'll start out in the other. See how it goes there. The village that it's referring to, we've actually ran into before. I think it's underground. Alright, I think I found something. Apparently this is a piglin village. But I see no barrels here. Looks like nothing here. Maybe this is actually incorrect. Unless we just got unlucky. It's really annoying, but I keep finding like these little tiny piglin villages. I'm pretty sure these don't have the thing that I need. This, I think, is a village. There's a lot more going on here than there was in the other spot. Yeah, I'm not sure. Apparently this structure here that has like the crane has a pretty decent chance of having it. This one has 2. Beautiful. That's all we need from here. Alright. For the Maledictus Pact, this one says that you can only find it in treasure bastions. Here I am in a treasure bastion. Where are the chests? There's the chests. Get out of here. There is not one here. There should be more chests around though. I'll look around. Okay, looks like this one does not have the thing I'm looking for. It only took 4 treasure bastions, but here's the Maledictus Pact. Alright, that was an adventure. We go back. Okay, so we now have hopefully everything we need here. Machine casing in the middle. Loot bag, Z-Logic controller, Endurium, Mundabitter, Quantum Injector. We'll right click this. And there's the Runic Star Altar. Should be a quest. Yeah, no, we just gotta do this big thing here. We should make this machine blueprint. Oh, interestingly, we need a wrench. Oh, is this gonna be complicated? No, this is easy. Here is a laser. The first thing I'm gonna do is throw a lens in it. That should give us a lens of color. I'm gonna throw some iron ingots in. Get a bunch of these crystals. From there, All of that just so that we can make a wrench, which we're going to immediately craft into an item. This needs a lot of items. I wish there's an easy way to make a list or something. It is a new day, and I just finished editing. As always, we are now over time, but I have here the Runic Altar. Here's a list of everything you need for it, by the way. The Utrem jars, they can hold Aureal, and the one that you need for the forge will be one of these, but it doesn't matter how full it is. So they may just need like a little bit, apparently, according to things I've seen online. Another dark pedestal. Oh, we need the magnet. Okay, yeah. We need this thing. Magnetized Darkstone pedestal. So in order to make this thing, I think we need to make an extra pedestal, which we'll throw down. Ferrogenetic mixture. Ah, yes. Complicated looking recipe. Actually, this isn't that bad. This is a very quick thing. The thing that's hard is wax, and that's not hard at all. Iron, 2 wax, clay ball, 2 slime, our lodestone in the middle, right click this. Here's the ferrogenetic mixture. We'll right click on the pedestal, yep, with a crouch, and that makes it magnetized. That completes everything we need for the altar. So this should be all the items you need. We'll go ahead and try to place the structure. Doesn't matter which one of these we click, and it should only give us the 4 errors. Essence, Utrem jar, yep. So this right here should be our structure. And then we can just manually place our jars, which I think just go out here in the center. I know we haven't gotten very much done yet this episode, but bear with me. I think we need to do a split. I've already recorded the next episode, and this right here is a good natural stopping point because we have another 10 minutes of automation, as you can probably see by all this other stuff that I have going on over here. Don't worry about that. I will talk about that next episode, so thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.